Good morning, everyone. I'm up here in the little brooder barn. I'm checking on these babies, and my chicks have already started hatching. What the heck? They weren't supposed to start hatching until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those 3 days. So they're hatching early. Ooh, so last night I was rushing around. We both heard peeping. I heard bird chirping at one point in time, and the husband's like, "Wow, it's springtime. You're hearing things." I'm like, "Okay." So I looked in. I didn't see or hear anything. And later on, he was in there and he went, "I hear chirping." And I said, "Well, okay." So I got in there, and there's my eggs chirping. And what's so funny is the tiniest little egg. It's one of Poe's girls. It was the littlest egg, and I was like, do I really want to put it in there? It's probably not going to hatch. But it was one of Poe's, and I needed a couple more Poe eggs, and it's the littlest egg ever. But it hasn't hatched yet. One of Wes's blue layers, one of his Easter eggers, olive eggers, or whatever, laid a blue egg. So this chick, if it's a girl, should be laying green speckled eggs, but its feet are really big like Wes. So I don't know. Anyway, you want to see my pepper harvest? Look at my pepper harvest at the grocery store. Now, we are not in season here at all. My peppers right now are either in packets or they're being grown right now in the greenhouse at the nursery. But when I went to Kroger, I found these. I've got an orange, a green, and a red. It's probably hard to see in the coloring going on in this building, but there's 3 peppers, 99 cents, 33 cents a piece. I think these were marked for $1.79. These were like 99, and then the bell peppers were 79 cents a piece. I went over and got this for 99 cents. So for $1.98, I got 6 really nice peppers. This one has 2 really nice yellows and an orange. And so with these 6 peppers, what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to chop and julienne them and put them in the freezer. That way I can have a fresh stir fry or fajita, or put some in a casserole or some in an omelet. And guess what? Mine can grow, and I'm stocked up a little bit on peppers because we never know what's going to happen. And with pepper season coming in, yeah, but we've already got some for the freezer. Gotta love that. Now, what I've been working, let me show you a few other things. Okay, something else you might find. I found 4 avocados for 99 cents. Now think about this. Okay, I go through the reduced produce. There's 4 avocados, and I'm thinking, man, I could put one in a salad. I could make some guacamole with 2, and maybe just eat one on some toast, for a breakfast. Right there for 99 cents. You can't beat that. Always looked at the reduced produce. What else I found, and I haven't had in a while, is fresh jalapenos. Just like the bell peppers, I can dice them and really preserve them if I want to. Now, this could also be a time where I could make up some ground hamburger and tomato and rice and some seasonings and stuff some of those bell peppers and freeze them. So that way I can have stuffed peppers before mine are done. So always harvest before the harvest, because you never know. Grab them cheap. I mean, 99 cents for 3 bell peppers of color even is fantastic. Okay, what am I working on? I am working on trying to figure out what seeds I'm going to do for my garden. Okay. I picked out a lot of heirloom seeds this time because I think it's very important to grow your heirloom seeds right now and save as many heirloom seeds as you can. My opinion, that's how I'm going to bank most of my growth this year. I also have my containers out. I showed you that. I'm getting ready to do a few things in order to get stuff ready. I'm getting ready to get my dirt ready. I'm getting ready to get some composting ready. I'm going to show you how I line my containers for next year's mulch. So the bins that I used to grow in this year will be mulch for next year. So every time I use a container, the way I build it, it will be turned over into mulch for the garden spot, because I'm not giving up my garden spot. I'm just not going to utilize it this year. I'm going to let it rest. I'm going to fertilize. I'm going to work my soil around underneath my containers and such, so that way I have a great spot next year. I really didn't want to build any garden spots, and I'm going to tell you, I'm looking at this little greenhouse that's been sitting at this guy's house for a long time, and so I didn't want to till the soil up this year, just in case I get that, if it's the right price. If I stop in, if I see someone outside and I stop in and say, hey, how much you want for that? I know you haven't used it in a few years. I've really been kind of looking at it, and I thought maybe you would want to take it off. I'll take it off your hands for a small price. They have a trailer. I'll just say, okay, add another 25 bucks to it and just bring it on out to the house. It's not very far. So maybe I can work a deal and get one of those, get that little greenhouse set up. And a coworker at work has some glass. He has some windows. And if we can make them work, I'll have someone come out and put those windows in, and we'll have a really nice greenhouse. I'm excited about that. But this year I'm going to make homemade greenhouses with some of the stuff that they let me have from work. And that's going to come in handy. If you noticed when I showed you the garden spot, there are those baskets. And you're like, what in the heck? Those are going to be great greenhouses to start some seeds and plants, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to like rotate as everything is growing in those containers. There will be some ground planting, and what I'm going to do is divide the spot. I have my whiteboard. I was going to do a demonstration for you, but the lighting is just sucking again. And I thought, okay, I'll kind of tell you what I did. Was I really monitored that spot and the times when the sun come up, where the hot spots were, where I want to put my herbs, where's only the evening sun hitting. So what I've decided to do is grow corn in amongst some of the higher plants, and we're going to kind of make our own little shade areas in that garden spot, and I think it's going to come out really cool, as long as the chipmunk that lives in the summer kitchen doesn't eat my corn seed. We'll see. I caught it out there yesterday. It ran like I was going to eat it. I guess I would look like I was going to eat it, but I'm not going to eat a chipmunk. I did eat a chipmunk once when I was really young. I gotta tell you this story. I mean, some people might get upset. I'm sorry. But when I was young and I got my .22 rifle, I was allowed to squirrel hunt. Well, I was in the woods and I saw a chipmunk. I killed the chipmunk. I made a little fire. I cooked the chipmunk and I ate some of the chipmunk and shared it with the dog that was with me. There you go. I skinned and ate a chipmunk when I was, I don't know, 12, 11, 12, something like that. Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm a little embarrassed. You can't tell. Okay. So anyway, I've been working on my garden plans. It's kind of something that I can do for a little while, write and read. And I've been reading my seed packets. I know which ones are heirloom, and I have labels to put on the containers so that way I can keep track. They're peel-off labels, so that way as I replant, I can add a label or take a label off. I'm hoping that everything's going to work out right. I've got buckets to use, those baskets for greenhouses, and then eventually plant in them at the end of the season my last crops, and then let them grow up around it, and then we'll have plenty of mulch for the garden bed. All right, that's about it. I got to get back in there. I got little babies hatching, and I got one that, oh, it's just so cute. But I'm trying to regulate the heat, so I'm going to take the thermometer out of this one. These guys are pretty established, and they have a heat pad underneath. They got the big heater going on in here and the heat lamp, so I'm pretty okay that they're pretty warm. It's just the food thing with them. So y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Oh, we got chicks hatching early. Bye, y'all.